High five, guys. If you feel confused and everybody's talking about don't worry without giving any kind of solutions to help you. But fortunately, you are here in crazyyyy and we are going to share information, and this is not your parameter to choose which kind of majors that you are going to in, and don't tell your parents like, hey mom and dad, crazyyyy is talking about this, I'm going to major in this major too. No, don't talk about it. This is just a guidance, this is just a sharing. So just add up your perspectives to think how this kind of people like in the societies and how me as a freshman choosing my majors. So if you don't know me yet, hi, I'm crazyyyy and currently a freshman at University of Technology Sydney, UTS in Search in Australia, currently undergoing online learning. So yeah, I've been posting a lot of stuff, a lot of videos about university related and study tips and everything related to it and my here, or I will link it in the description box below and check it out, maybe it will be helpful. Okay, go back to today's video. I'm going to talk about how I choose my major and what majors I'm in. Like I've mentioned before, like I'm majoring in diploma of business. Yeah, it's still diploma and I'm choosing business. Business is actually, it's not my thing. Like I've never expect myself to choose business or kind of political law stuff because I do not want to complicate my life. Okay, a lot of people have been assuming like, oh, you didn't really take music industry or art or creative writing or laws or medicine or pharmacy. Yes, a lot of assumptions because firstly, I have musical instruments, piano, violin, guitar, and people assume that I'm going to take music industry in the future because I've been playing piano since I was literally primary 5. Oh yeah, primary 5. So a lot of people also assuming that I'm going to take some kind of chemistry or medicine stuff because my father is a pharmacy owner. Maybe I'm going to take doctor, pharmacist, any kind of chemical stuffs. I'm not taking that anyway, and people assume that I'm going to take that political law stuff because I was participating in debating club and was participating a lot of competitions, and I didn't really take it up. And people assume that I'm going to take a lot of assumptions I'm not going to share here. Okay, let's go to the perspective like what are the ground rules. It's not the ground rules, like what perspective that people have the mindsets before they choose the universities or the just randomly the majors they are in. For some people, it's not a huge problem because they have the passions, like they know what they like, only specific one. Like they only love programming and then they go for it. It's easy to choose that way because they only like that one way. But in a scenario where you are a person who loves to dive into new things, who are really hungry to learn and grow, and then you try it out a lot of stuff and you like a lot of stuff, and then you come to the place, to the position where you need to choose a major, and then you go, oh no, can't I just learn everything because everything is just so fun, so rewarding, and I want to learn a lot of things to enhance new skills, to enhance knowledge. Isn't it a good idea for me to learn everything? Yeah, but you can't. Like you really want to deepen a little stuff. Like universities are supposed to be like that to like narrow down what you like, narrow down your passions, and that's what is some kind of obstacles for people. Like it happens to me anyway. Like I can't really choose and decide what majors that I'm going to enter because like, okay, I'm afraid that I took the wrong majors. I'm afraid that I'm afraid that I took the wrong decision. Therefore, like, okay, who can I trust? Like who do I need to consult this with? And fortunately, a lot of YouTube videos have been promoting and sharing about it, and it's a good idea for us to share about this. And I think that a lot of options are provided and available, and a lot of externalities also affect your majors that you are in right now, or if you are still senior high school, a lot of things, a lot of externalities are going to affect your majors, and don't worry too much. Firstly, I think that people choose majors based on what they're passionate about, what they are hobby about. For example, if they daily learn programming, or if they really love to fix engineering stuff, if they're really passionate to just uploading YouTube channel, creating content, or baking, cooking, or really love to communicate with people, and then they figure out which kind of major might provide that kind of facilities, that kind of enhancement to what your hobbies, your passion is about. People think that it's a good idea to deepen that kind of passions or hobbies, but for some people, their passions are not being figured out. And don't worry too much, I'm going to talk about passions after this perspective that I'm going to talk. Second of all, people think it's a better idea for you to choose the major based on the future prospect, and this position is me. I'm taking business because of the future prospect, because I think of a long term and I have big dreams, big goals, which kind of related to business, kind of related to financial budget. Okay, I know that everybody is taking all of these stuffs I am not mentioning that business is just prominent than other kind of majors. No, I'm not. And just kind of like, if I'm succeeding, this is my mindset, only my mindset, and this is just my mindset. Don't take it so seriously or personally. I think that if I'm taking business and I'm going to succeed, or I'm going to own a huge corporation, I'm going to be a CEO or whatever it is, then I earn a really stable income, financial freedom positions, and then I can take out this money and then do whatever I want. Just pursue and deepen what I hobby about, what I really love to do. Like, I love traveling, I love to trying out new stuff, I like to blah 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 blah, and I can do that stuff in a position at a moment when I have that stable income, and then I need not worry about this kind of financial budget because I am going to be in a financial freedom. That's the best scenario. So if back again, I think about if I choose the majors based on what I'm hobbying about, what I'm passionate about. I know pretty sure that options are really a privilege. Not everybody can choose what they are really into. Like, for example, if you're really into art, design, and music, maybe in your hometown, they don't really value art, they don't really value music. So therefore, when you enter a university, and studying abroad is also not an option for you, perhaps because it's a privilege stuff people to do also. It's a huge fee of money to study abroad, to pursue what you like based on your majors and then choose the universities. Then it's an obstacle for you because you can't pursue what you like, even if you really desperately need that, desperately really want to pursue that, because you see a very foreseeable future of your future self. But it's not an option for you because it's a privilege and you get it obstacles. And yeah, that's privilege options. And it's kind of sad to think that birth lottery really matters, like that starting points, birth lottery, every kind of things really affects your decisions, even though it's a huge decision. And therefore, in your hometown, when people only value business, only value things that is just a future prospect, like for example business, and then everybody in that population, in that region is going to take business, then that is what happened anyway in a lot of countries, and a lot of people who are still not really privileged to choose the universities that they are in, or to choose the major they really want to pursue, and that's an obstacle. And thirdly, maybe the options are people tend to, a lot of BFF label, best friends forever labels, and then they really want to get entered to the universities based on what their best friends choose, because their bonds are just too tight to separate them. They really want to pursue things just basically together, because they think that together will make everything better. Okay, a lot of stuff, like the options of the fourth one, maybe in some scenarios you are dictated. For example, you are pressured by parents pressured, peers pressured, and everything is pressuring you, and you can't really decide. Yeah, your decisions are not your decisions. Like, everybody is influencing your decisions, not influencing, dictating your effects of these majors, even though this is a huge major, because you are the one who is going to enter this university. You are the one who is going to learn this stuff. It's not them. So they are not going to really know how you feel when you learn things that you don't like. Do you get what I mean? Like you're entering the universities based on the majors that people dictate to you, and that will just not really rewarding, not really just a waste of time because you are not really into it. You're not going to put your focus and you are keep on complaining because you know that you don't like it. Like every day you want to go to the university, every day learning about this. I wonder when will I get out of this. I wonder when will I graduate soon because this is frustrating. This is not what I like and everything it is. It's just a waste of time and just make you not really productive because you are not learning something that you like. That's what a lot of options you can choose, like a lot of. Maybe you have a lot of different scenarios that I didn't mention before, but yeah, a lot of scenarios and opportunities, a lot of like externalities of fact, even though something that you can't really change, for example like birth lottery, privilege stuff, you can't really change it, like just go with it. But the thing is that just keep yourself positive and know the fact that if you like decision is really matter. I myself prefer like decisions before working hard. Like you need to decide the precise thing that you want to like envision, narrow down what your goals, narrow down what your long-term goals, narrow it down, and then you go for it, hard work on it. Don't work hard and then decide, but decide and then work hard. That's what I think is really productive, effective, and efficient. And going to the how I choose my major is that based on that, I think of the long-term prospect, the long-term sustainability. Like I take majors like what I've mentioned before. So if you have a lot of worries, like I really can't decide which one to choose. Like I really don't know what my passion is about. Here I am. I'm going to talk about passions based on what I've heard and maybe a lot of things that I also experience. I'm also like you, like I learn a lot of new stuff. I learn like literally gives everything a try because I believe that everything worth a try, and therefore it makes an obstacle to me. Like I can't really decide which one to choose. Like I don't know which one is my passion really. And don't worry about passion because Oprah Winfrey once said that you can really figure it out. Which one is in the column of I don't really like this and which one in the column of I really want this. Because it's like food, the analogy of food. If you don't try the food, you don't really know whether you like it or not. But after you try it out, like you try these vegetables, you try these fruits, and then you figure out, okay, I'm not going to eat this because I don't really like sour and sweet. I don't really like this kind of taste. That's why I'm not going to try it out later on. That's why you are not going to deepen or you are not going to pursue that major because you are not really getting into it. For example, if you don't really like, maybe not really like music stuff, then don't worry about music stuff. You're not going to get into that majors. Unless, I'm sorry to say that maybe your parents pressure you to get into that. Then I don't know how to fix that because things are going to be you, like you are your own mastermind that you need to decide for yourself. But unfortunately for some countries, for some people, privilege options are privilege, options, decisions are privileged. Therefore, be thankful that you can decide what you want and make sure that decisions are just based on what you like. That's based on what you're planning, that you really need to figure it out what you like or what you dislike. And even if you don't figure it out until this time, even if you are thinking like I'm old enough, then I can't figure out what I like, and everybody is posting and uploading about their creativity, uploading about what they like, their hobbies and everything. Don't compare yourself to other people because we have a lot of different ranges of starting points and you can't really compare. Like what they do might not what they show. You know, what you do is not what you're showing because social media is fake. Everybody knows that, but everybody still keeps on comparing, and that will violate yourself. And don't do that anyway. And don't worry too much, don't stress too much. And yeah, diploma is actually kind of out from my expectations. I thought that this is going to be like okay, relax and that stuff. And business is totally out from my expectation. Business is totally not my thing. I've never learned business. I've never thought that I'm going to take business. So you imagine myself in a position, but I have a strong foundation of myself that I'm taking business because of my goals, of my long-term sustainability, of my long-term success. That's why I'm getting into it, and I easily get into something and enjoy that thing. So therefore, just enjoy your process, enjoy the positions, and know what your purpose of doing this, what's your purpose of getting into this major, what's your long-term goals, what's your visions and missions of doing this and that, because decisions are really matter. And I think that I've been talking way too much, and if you have any kind of scenarios that I have never discussed before, then mention them below in the comment section. Maybe I forgot something, or you have a lot of scenarios that a lot of tips and tricks, hacks, or just experience. You may share it down below in the comment section below, because it's going to be really helpful for a lot of people in this world. And I hope that this is going to be beneficial for you to measure how to take your majors, how to take your universities, and don't worry too much. You're going to figure it out, you're going to get into that, and there is some point in your life, there is some point in your life that suddenly a spotlight into your face, and then figure it out, ta-da, I'm going to enter this. Or maybe a lot of opportunities, a lot of serendipity happens. Anyway, life is really unexpected, and your future's life is not I have seen a lot of celebrities and a lot of Instagrams, a lot of people, successful people, really contradicting to what they are majoring in. For example, they are graduating in a Bachelor of, let's say, art, and then they do business anyway in a workplace. So don't stress it out, don't dictate on don't put pressures on yourself, because it's just ruin your self-truth. And by the way, if you are majoring in based on what you're passionate about, what you are hobbying about, maybe in the music and art industry, and then you get into that industry because you are really proud of yourself, you are really, you think that you are good enough to get into this industry, and then you major in this major music and art stuff. And then when you get into that position, when you enter that music and art industry, you feel like, oh no, I'm in the wrong place. Everybody is looking like a genius. Their aura is really musician's aura. What am I? I don't really take this. I'm making a wrong decisions. Don't think about that. And that is your decisions. And notice the fact that you are inside of that environments. You are inside of that communities. The fact is that means that you are really like them. You are in the communities. Please wake up. You are good enough. You are in that environment, and that's what you need to cherish. That's what you need to motivate. Motivate their aura. Learn how they play, just to motivate yourself, just to develop yourself more, and don't compare yourself to other people, and don't feel like, oh my god, my hobbies, my passions is not really my passion. Everybody is really genius, and this is not really my passion. No, you're going to figure out. Don't stress so much, and you are really your best. You are really in your best condition when you believe in yourself. You are really in your best position when you are really confident in what you are doing. Please repeat this after me. You are really in your best position of your best version of yourself when you are really confident in what you are doing. Therefore, decide and then work hard on that, and then you are going to be proud of yourself. See you on our next videos, and bye bye. Thank you for watching this, and I hope to see you in the upcoming videos.